Hello, boys and girls. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very small book, but I think it's an interesting book because I think it talks about something that most of you have not really experienced. Um, this book is called Put a Smile on Your Face, and it's by Olukemi Aibin. Now, I'm not sure if that's a man or a woman, which is a pity. I should find out. This is a story of a young girl and her life in Lagos in Nigeria. Um, and I think you will find it interesting. I think you should read it for a couple of reasons. One, the English is very simple. And two, to show you something about life in a part of the world most people don't know very much about. And that's Africa. Now, Africa is a huge place, many countries in Africa. So we're really only looking at one country, Nigeria, one city, the capital city, Lagos. So let's have a look. As you can see, this is not a difficult story. This is very simple. You might think it's too simple. Maybe, that might be true, but still worth reading. When you're reading, look at the pictures carefully as well. Yeah? So let's have a very quick look through. As you can see, this is about the family of this young girl. Now let's double check. Her name is Olu and she is 10 years old. There is nothing too complicated here, but I think you might be surprised how many things are familiar to you. That you might have heard stories from your grandparents about when they were young and how hard life was for them. Well, life is hard and difficult for Olu as well. But a lot of her life is very familiar. Here's something, though, that's unfamiliar, something you have probably never had to do. Maybe your grandparents had to do, and that's get water from the well. These are just examples of some of the things that are unusual. You don't see a goat walking by every day in Hong Kong, but we see other animals, so maybe it's not so strange. Nevertheless, Olu goes to school. She goes to tuck shop, Mr. Ali's kiosk. She goes to school assembly. Whoops, too many pages. She has teachers, and she has classes she likes and classes she doesn't like. Yeah. She has lunch at school, just like you guys. Plays games with her friends. Has subjects she likes and hates, like French. She doesn't like French. And of course, she has to walk home. Like you, she's very, very busy. But maybe not like you. A lot of her work is about looking after little brothers and sisters, having to cook and clean and help her parents. But there's always time for her family and friends, and dinner with family, and talking to the old people. Now, I have a question. Do you speak with your grandparents very often? Now, in Africa, this is very common. The old are everywhere in people's lives. They live with their families. I'm sure maybe many of your grandparents live with your families. In Africa, they are often the source of knowledge, information, help, and teaching. It's very common. Now, you may say to yourself, this book looks very simple. And you're right, it is. It's a very simple book. But I would encourage you to read it for two reasons. Like I said, to show you a part of life and a part of the world you don't know much about. But also because it's so simple and quick and easy to read. So please think about it and maybe give this book a try. Thank you.